Hey there, welcome to another Raspberry Pi tutorial part of easyprogramming.net. Today I want to show you a really quick tutorial on how to turn on an LED using your gpiozero library or an RPi.GPIO library. This is pretty simple, and this will serve as a precursor to a tutorial that I'll do later on where I'll show you how to turn your LED lights on and off using a browser. So this setup is pretty simple. Right now I'm using Raspberry Pi 3. This setup can be done with any Raspberry Pi, including the 0 and the 0W. And I have a regular dome red LED here. This is a big one, 10 millimeter instead of the regular 5 millimeter. That's connected. The power is connected to pin 18, and the ground is connected to ground, taken through a 150 ohm resistor. You can use this with any LED you want with the proper resistance. So let's program our script and see how we can turn this on multiple ways, and why I'm going to stick with RPi.GPIO when I am doing the future project. Okay, so we're going to create a couple of quick scripts to turn the LED on using some Python. The first script I'm going to use will use this gpiozero library. One of the things I like about this library is that the documentation is really well written, and there's the support for it is growing as time passes. So I would recommend that you do read through the documentation. It's more than just turning an LED on and off. There is a lot that you can learn. So Raspbian should have gpiozero installed by default, but if you don't, you can install it. You can install with sudo apt install python 3 gpiozero. I already have it installed, so it'll just run through it and say there's nothing to update, so it's already the newest version. So I'm going to create a file called sudo nano g0.py, and we'll start coding. So from gpiozero import LED, we'll do from time import sleep, and we'll do a really quick script here. As you saw earlier, the power is connected to GPIO pin 18 on the Pi, and we'll do a quick little while loop. So true red dot on sleep 1, red dot off, and sleep 1. So as long as the script is running, it will blink the LED every second, on and off. So let's save this, and we'll do python 3 g0.py. Whoops, I made that mistake, so I'll just change this to red. It's easier. So python 3, and as you can see that the light is turning on and off as every other second, and you'll notice once I cancel the script while it's on, it automatically turns the lights off because gpiozero cleans up all the pins as it closes. I haven't really figured out how to turn that off yet, so if you do know, let me know. So the next script I'm going to use is RPi.GPIO, and this is what I use for most of my projects, and that's because I can keep the status of a GPIO pin at a certain state even if the script is not running, and that will come in handy later on. So we'll just do sudo nano what would I call it? Okay, RPi.py, sure, and then we'll do import RPi.GPIO as GPIO. We'll also do from time import sleep, and we'll do gpio.setMode, gpio.bcm. This is telling the script which mode to use, and we'll do gpio.setWarnings as false. The reason I'm doing this is because the GPIO pin stay at a certain state after the script runs. It'll keep giving you warnings saying, oh, this is already used, even though it will let you do what you want to do. We'll do LED equals to 18, and we'll say GPIO setup. The LED pin is an output pin, and really simple while loop again. So while true gpi.output LED GPIO.high is how you tell the GPIO pin to stay on. We'll do sleep 1 GPIO.output LED GPIO low, which is 0 or off, and we'll do sleep 1 again, and that's it. So we'll cancel this. I'm going to save this. Python 3 RPi, and we should see the exact same effect as before. And now I'll actually cancel the script while the LED is on. You'll see that there you go, it stays on even though the script isn't running, and that's because the this library lets the GPIO pin status stay as is, and we can take advantage of this. So I will actually modify my script here. I'll actually comment this out, and I will show you a little quick trick that I use for some of my other home projects. We'll import sys, and we'll say input equals to sys.argv1. So we'll have one more argument that you can send with the command line to run the Python script. We'll say if imp. I'll actually just get rid of these so that I'll scroll all the way down. And it's to the side here, so I'll actually do this. It's easier to read. So if, there we go. If input equals to on GPIO.output LED GPIO.high, it's pretty much what we did earlier. If else if imp equals to off, we do GPIO.output LED GPIO.low, and then we'll do else. We'll say print enter on or off only. Pretty simple. Now if we do Python 3 run and we say on, actually since it's on right now, we'll say off. There you go, turns off. We'll say on. There you go, turns on. If I do something like blah blah blah, it'll say please enter on or off only. So this is a really quick command that you can send to your Raspberry Pi, whether you're working locally or you're sending a command from another Raspberry Pi. You can turn a GPIO pin on or off, and this becomes extremely handy when we're working with trying to control relays or transistors. We need something to stay on or off, and this is pretty simple. So off, and one more time on. There you go. Well, come back for the next few tutorials where I'll show you how to install Apache, how to install Flask, and how to install Flask behind Apache, and then I'll show you how to create a really quick Flask app so that you can trigger your LED lights from your browser, which will come in really handy if you're working with if you're trying to create a web application that you want to control from a mobile phone or from a browser, etc., etc. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Do ask questions below. Remember to visit easyprogramming.net for more tutorials. Have a great one.